And hello everybody, so I'm here at Gentry's Marina, the Hanakahau Harbor on the Big Island of Hawaii. This is the Kona side, and I was 6 miles out here, right out here off the coast of the Big Island last month, 6 miles out in a vessel called the Bobolink. Now this Bobolink, you're gonna learn more about it if you keep watching my posts, but it was considered to be a very, very good vessel. The survey, which is an appraisal of the vessel, came out really good, and everyone was for it. And I was told that I needed to haul it out. It was donated to our ministry. I mean, it was really, really exciting. But I was 6 miles out at about 1,400 foot deep area off the edge, kind of a ledge or a cliff or whatever, and we started sinking. And this harbor here told us we couldn't come in. Now we were sinking. There was a big swell. This is January 18, 2017, and January 19 was a big north swell, which was fairly impossible to safely anchor offshore on the Kona side here. So interestingly enough, or maybe any side, I don't know, maybe there's some areas, but it's just not a good place to be. I mean, you don't want to be anywhere along this shoreline with a north swell. It's not safe. So they wouldn't let us in, and I'm still trying to figure out why they wouldn't let us in. So I'm going to continue to pursue this. I'm going to file some legal action against a few individuals. Hopefully that'll put on some pressure, and I'm going to continue to pursue this until it's resolved. Why? Well, you know, we survived. My son could have died, my cousin could have died, I could have died. It was a very, very scary situation, very dangerous situation for us to be in when the boat sunk. We were rescued by Coast Guard. They did find us. We did have an EPIRB which went off. But, you know, to put someone out like that at risk, some say that it's known that this vessel was going to sink. There is even, I heard about an email that was sent out by someone. I'm still trying to research and get a copy of that email, that was sent to the state and some other individuals. I want to know about that email. There was a theory that this boat was donated knowing that it was going to sink. There was a theory that this boat was donated for tax purposes and to get another get another boat in the slip where it was at. That it was a big problem, that it had been busted up by the Gentry's harbor people, the haul out people, and they were liable for it, but they didn't want it to come back in. I don't know. There's all kinds of crazy information that I'm getting, but I'm the one that was dumb enough, I guess, to accept it. I thought it was a miracle, an answer to God. I was the one who put $5,000 into it. I mean, we're a starving ministry working with Filipinos that are kids that are starving and struggling in school, and we dumped all of our money, time, and resources into this and put our life on the line, and then we almost died and it sunk, and yet nobody contacts us. Not one person except for the man that donated has shown some kindness and offered to buy me tickets off the island. But he also wanted a document, and he also took a letter. The survey man sent me a letter, and I don't even know what that letter is about, because that letter doesn't make sense. It's like I didn't hire the surveyor. The whole thing is so crazy. So I'm going to get the government involved. I'm going to get the police involved, the federal government. I just need to pursue this for the sake of the fact that our life was put in danger. Many other people have died in the past because of not being allowed into harbors. That's what I'm finding out. And there's a potential problem in the future of people not being allowed in. So the question, am I upset? Do I want revenge? No, not at all. In fact, when they said we couldn't come in, I could have probably forced my way in upon, up against possible legal issues or arrest or something. But we're a ministry. That goes against my personality. So I told him, I said, please, ma'am. I mean, it was shocking. My heart was hurt. I was pumping. My blood was pumping. I mean, when she called, this lady, I don't even know who it was, but she identified herself as someone from Gentry's marina, and she said, I just got a call from someone. I don't know who it was. I told her I don't know who it is, but she said, you better not be coming this way. Wow. Anyway, I don't know. The whole thing is so confusing, but I don't have any revenge feelings. I don't have any feelings of anger towards anyone. I want to know the truth. I want to know why I was out on that vessel, because so many crazy things. I kept on saying, I don't want to spend money on it until I know that it's ours. And the guy wouldn't do the deed of the bill of sale. I mean, you got a broker involved, you got an owner involved, you got a harbor involved, you got Department of Natural Land and Resources, DLNR, you've got the Coast Guard involved. Then suddenly I was asked for $450, which I paid to the broker. The whole thing was so crazy. I feel like I was used and manipulated and sent out really to sea to die. And that's what this email says. Sent out something out to die. I need to look into that more, and I need to find out who wrote that email, because it wasn't me. And I need to see what it said, because I believe that I was part of a big scam and that I was taken for a ride, and I need to know, and I need to get all the facts, okay? So I don't know who's liable, but the interesting thing is that this was all agreed on. Before I flew over from mainland, I said, I can't afford to fly over there unless this is a done deal, unless it's all in the bag and there's no issues and it's a real thing, not a scam. So I, through email and phone, made absolutely sure that there was no scam and there was no problem. And the individuals, the broker from Pacific Boats and Yachts, his name is Rich, and Ed Merrick, the owner of the vessel, promised me this is a done deal. This is absolutely no issue. That I could come over. The vessel was mine. It was a good vessel. It was ready to go, and I could sail to the Philippines. And he told me all this great stuff, talking about Rich from Pacific Boats and Yachts and Ed. Both of them told me, and both of them kind of conflicted in a little bit of information, and there was evidence that they really didn't get along. But I made it absolutely clear that they had to give me confirmation over the phone and through email, which I got from them, and that was done in the mainland. So my legal action will take place in the mainland. They'll have to go over there and go to court and face me before a judge and answer all these questions if they don't answer them soon, because I'll be leaving the island. But what I'm going to do is I'm starting a website, bubbleinc.com. I'm actually starting a number of websites and an awareness group and a foundation or an organization or a nonprofit or something like that I'm going to file in the state of Hawaii to bring awareness to this problem. Why does DLNR and Gentry's and these entities have this sort of power to cause people's death, to say, you know, I know there's a north swell, I know there's a storm, I know your boat's sinking, but you cannot come in and haul it out. Obviously, I wasn't going to come in and let it sink here. If I got to the dock, I could have bought gas and I could have kept, you know, the engine running, and I kept bilges going. I could have, you know, bought gas for the generator, and I could have kept things charged up. But I also should have been allowed to haul it out so that it wouldn't sink in. I'm going to get a picture of this boat going out so that it wouldn't sink in the harbor or cause any damage to the marine life or stuff like that. So I hope that this sheds some light on what happened here, and I hope that if anyone knows any information about this, we are willing to give a nice reward for information that would help us with this particular case. I'm not going to say how much right now, but we're working on some monetary rewards and some financial blessings for you if you have information that would help us in this situation. If you know anything about this vessel, the Bubble and it being dropped at Gentry's marina or harbor in their haul out area, I've had a number of people tell me that they witnessed it being dropped in the harbor by Gentry's people, and you know, I read right in their contract, they said the jacks, if there's an adjustment of jacks, it cannot be done by the owners of the vessel. It has to be done by Gentry's, and you have to sign that in the agreement when your vessel is pulled out or put there. So they're definitely responsible, and the reason why they have to be responsible for that is because their insurance, they have insurance to cover those things. Well, Ed had told me at one time, he said, I believe there was some damage done, but I didn't want to file a claim or insurance issue, so I just went ahead and fixed it myself. Well, good for him. I think that's an honorable thing, and I probably would have done the same thing. And you know, and that's what I was going to do. We had figured out financially by a friend mortgaging his house, refinancing his house, and also another man, he's my brother-in-law, who has bonds, and he's financially capable of managing something like this. We had the capacity to take care of this vessel, haul it out, and I did show and I proved that I could do that by coming here a month early, spending a month living in the area, renting an apartment, having to buy a car. I dropped everything. I was so busy in California, but I dropped everything. Walked away from jobs, money, all kinds of losses. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars, not hundreds, but tens of thousands of dollars worth of losses that I took to be able to come over and take this vessel. And you know, one of the interesting things is Ed Merrick, when I went to his house and talked with him, and he was nice and apologetic, but he wanted a few things. He demanded that I give him the letter from the surveyor, and he just took it from me. I didn't willfully give it to him. He actually was reading it, and he wouldn't give it back. And there's some violent things that happened there involving guns and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that later at another time, but I didn't feel comfortable and feel safe there. And I told him Jesus wouldn't allow anything to happen to me without his approval. And I said, if Jesus approves it, so it's okay. And he said, Jesus cannot. He got really, really angry, and he said that Jesus could not. You know what's interesting, when I talk in the camera like this, people think I'm videoing them, and I'm not. I'm actually videoing myself. I'm talking to myself here, but they think I'm videoing them. So I'm afraid someone's going to come over here and say, hey, what are you videoing me for? And they're going to beat me up or something. It was a difficult time there. I'm going to put all of this on record. It's all going to go on video. It is going to go to court. I don't want to take Ed to court. I want to spare him any hassle. He's been through a lot. But if it turns out that he put my life at risk and he didn't care about me, and it was just a way of financial gain for himself to risk my son's life, I don't care so much about my own, but my son and others who have died and could die. We need to. I need to get the honest people together and fight for the life of other people in the future, the people that died, and also to have some sort of explanation of why our lives were put at risk, because we were really came that close to dying. So if you know anything, please contact me. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you, and I'm going to be here as long as it takes to get things rolling on this. Keep in touch with media. I keep in touch with all the right people, and we do have some really good attorneys, but we're going to keep all that information kind of confidential for now. Okay, so God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.